What's good, YouTube? Um, so I watched the whole 1 hour of Cuban Doll on Mongol Media. Um, yeah, she touched on different topics. You know, um, there was like 2 minutes here, 3 minutes here, 4 minutes here. Not even 4 minutes. Um, not even 4 minutes. But just 2 minutes here, 3 minutes there. Just talking about different topics. Um, not I'm not gonna take I'm not gonna take too much. I'm not gonna take too much away from the interview because I've seen a different. I've seen the whole. I'm not saying that I've seen the whole video, but before I've seen like little clips. I've seen 2 minutes here, 2 minutes here, 3 minutes here. Just talking about different topics. Her mom, where she grew up. Her relationship. History. Her and 6ix9ine, her and Sukiana, her and King Von's sister. I think she talked about that a little bit. I'm surprised they didn't bring that up. Um, who inspired you? She said rappers like Lil Wayne, Lil Webby, Lil Boozy, Nick Minaj, obviously. She didn't mention Aaliyah, which obviously she was a huge fan. I'm not saying she was a huge fan of Aaliyah, but she grew up. Not grew up. Yeah, I mean you could say grew up because Aaliyah grew up. Aaliyah not grew up, but Aaliyah popped. Aaliyah popped around the '90s, around early 2000s. So you could say she grew up around that era. She's 90. She's a '94 baby. She's 24 years old. So she's like 5 years. She's like 5 years older than me. So you could say, she grew up around that era. And she knew who Left Out Lopez was. She was also a big fan of her. She was a big fan of Mrs. Elliott. So she left those females out. But it is what it is. I think she was just thinking off the top of her head. And you could tell she was high too. Her eyes was just. I don't know if she was. I don't know if it was just from sleep, or I don't know if she took like a big puff before she got into the interview. You know what I'm saying? But she was stoned. But yeah, I can't really put a number. Can't really put a number on the interview. She also talked about her relationship with Tato. She also talked about her kind of relationship with 6ix9ine. She said that her and him were just friends. That's why her baby mama clapped at her. If you go back and look at 6ix9ine's baby mama and Cuban Doll, they both went at it. Well, actually, I think I think 6ix9ine's baby mama snapped first. And she also left out, you know, she also left out Jordan B. She didn't even bring that situation up between her and Jada Youngin. You know what I'm saying? So you could say that she left out a few details. I wish she would have spoken more about that. You know what I'm saying? because we all saw the timeline. She was dating Jaden Youngin, and you know, Jordan B didn't like it, and they just went back and forth. They actually fought, but it wasn't televised. Not televised, but there was no evidence or video of them fighting. But Jordan B took to social media and said, "Oh, this is where we fought. This is where she threw the pan, such and such." So, um, she also didn't talk about top five. So there's a lot of things she left out. I wish she talked about. I wish there's a lot. I wish there was a lot of things. I wish there was a lot of things she talked about that she left out in the interview. There was a few things that she didn't talk about. Maybe she felt uncomfortable talking about it, or she just didn't feel like talking about it. I don't know. Because when they do these interviews, they pick and choose what topics that they want to talk about. It's not like they just sit down and talk about nothing or anything. They talk about topics that they want to talk about. If you don't want to talk about a certain topic, you don't got to bring it up. So I'm guessing, she didn't want to talk about those topics that I talked about. So it was a good interview. I'll put the video in the description box down below. Like, comment, subscribe. Take care of yourself and each other.